In a world filled with uncertainty, conflict, and growing confusion, many are asking the same question: where is peace? And how do we find it again? Over the centuries, voices of wisdom have warned us that times like these would come, not always as exact predictions, but as reflections of the human condition. Among those voices was Hildegard of Bingen, a mystic who spoke of darkness, deception, and spiritual decline, but also of light, renewal, and hope. Today we pause, not to fear the chaos around us, but to respond to it through reflection, gratitude, and prayer. We are living in a time where conflict touches many parts of the world. War, division, and fear seem to rise like waves, unpredictable and overwhelming. But beyond physical conflict, there is something deeper, a tension within the human heart. Truth often feels blurred. Voices compete, claiming certainty, yet leaving confusion behind. And many feel lost, searching for something real, something steady. This is not just a crisis of nations, it is a crisis of the soul. Hildegard described such moments as times when humanity drifts away from truth, when faith becomes outward but not inward, when the connection to what is sacred begins to fade. And yet, even in this darkness, there is a quiet invitation to return, to awaken, to be renewed. What if this moment, difficult as it is also a call to look within, to examine the condition of our own hearts, to ask not only what is happening in the world, but what is happening within us. Because peace in the world begins in the human heart. If hearts are filled with anger, fear, and division, the world will reflect it. But if hearts are illuminated with truth, compassion, and humility, then even in chaos, light begins to grow. This is where prayer becomes more than words. It becomes transformation. Greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining me in this time of prayer. As we begin this time of prayer, I invite you to pause and become still. Wherever you are, take a gentle breath, quiet your thoughts, and open your heart to the presence of God. Let go of distractions and place yourself fully in this moment, trusting that you are seen, heard, and held in divine love. Together, let us enter prayer with humility, faith, and a spirit of peace. O living light, eternal and uncreated, who kindles truth in the depths of the soul, we turn to you in this hour of unrest and confusion. Where the world trembles with conflict and the noise of war, pour out your peace like a healing river. Where hearts are hardened and divided, soften them with the fire of your love. Cleanse us, O God, of all blindness and pride. Wash away the shadows that distort truth, and uproot all that leads us away from your wisdom. Renew in us a living faith, not empty in form, but radiant with sincerity and justice. Illuminate every heart with your divine light, that we may discern truth from falsehood and walk in the path of righteousness. Let no deception take root where your light shines. We thank you for the beauty that still remains, for every breath, every act of kindness, every spark of goodness that endures even in dark times. May gratitude awaken us to your presence, hidden yet ever near. Prepare this world, O Holy One, for a great renewal of light. Bring forth a time of calm, where goodwill flourishes among all people and peace is not fleeting but everlasting. Let your harmony be restored in creation, and may humanity once again reflect your divine order. In your light, we seek healing. In your truth, we find our way. In your love, may all things be made whole. Even in the darkest times, light has never been absent. It waits quietly for hearts willing to receive it. The world may feel uncertain, but transformation has always begun with individuals, with a single heart choosing truth, choosing peace, choosing love. Let this not just be a moment of listening, but a moment of awakening. Carry this prayer within you. Return to it in times of fear, and let your presence in the world become a reflection of the light you seek. Because peace is not only something we ask for, it is something we become. O living light, radiant source of all truth and right order, you who breathe harmony into the marrow of creation, look upon us, your wandering vessels. For we have clothed ourselves in shadows, in deception that twists the tongue, in manipulation that binds the will of others, in pride that swells beyond its rightful measure. Thus we fall out of tune with your divine symphony, and discord rises where once there was luminous song. O fire of wisdom, you have shown that all creation is woven in clarity and purpose, yet we have chosen illusion over vision, confusion over the greening power of truth. Our minds cloud, our hearts harden, and from this sickness springs chaos. From chaos, division. From division, the bitter harvest of war. Cleanse us, O breath of life. Burn away the false brightness that blinds us, and restore in us the clear mirror of humility. Let us see as you see, not through the fractured glass of pride, but through the wholeness of your eternal design. Where there is deceit, plant honesty. Where there is control, awaken reverence. Where there is pride, sow the lowly root, from which true strength grows. Teach us again the sacred order, that each soul is a note in your living harmony, not to dominate nor distort, but to resound in truth. And let your light, undivided and unyielding, dispel every illusion, until all that remains is truth, and in it your perfect peace. O God, our living resource, we have used your natural resources, your living, generous earth, for our own personal gain, for superiority, for the increase of power, and not for serving you or advancing your purposes. We have disrupted the beautiful order of your creation. What you entrusted to us, we have destroyed with our own hands, and in our pride we imagined ourselves owners, not stewards. O Source of life, forgive us. Cleanse our hearts of our destructive will and transform it into your living and creative will. Open our eyes to see the truth and our ears to hear the voice of your wisdom. We confess, whatever we did on our own led to destruction. But you, O eternal light, have the power to bring forth life from ashes. So call us once again, not to domination but to service, not to destruction but to restoration, not to selfishness but to harmony with your will. Grant us the opportunity to become your sincere co-workers, so that with humble hands and awakened hearts, we may repair what we have broken and rekindle what we have extinguished. O verdant and life-giving Spirit, breathe within us, so that the earth may breathe again through us, and peace, like a new dawn, may rise from the midst of ruin. God of mercy and truth, we lift our hearts in gratitude to you. You have forgiven us and made the path of return gentle before our feet. When we were lost in our errors, you did not abandon us. You taught us, corrected us, and led us back toward what is right. We thank you for rescuing us from falsehood and deception, from all that is empty and untrue. You have opened our eyes to see beyond illusion and shown us what belongs to your holy realm, what is real, enduring, and filled with light. Let our hearts remain steadfast in this truth. Guard us from returning to pride and confusion, and keep us aligned with your wisdom. May our lives become a living thanksgiving, faithful, humble, and awake, walking always in the path you have restored for us. O God, do not leave us to ourselves, and do not withdraw the shadow of your protection from us. Hold us always within the radiance of your light, and continually remind our hearts that we are from you, and that in you we live and move and have our being. Let us not forget that we are not separate from you in truth, but that we are drawn into your presence, held within your life, and sustained by your eternal reality. Free us from the illusion of separation, from the fear and confusion that make us forget you. Guide us instead into unity, into wholeness, into the remembrance of your oneness. Teach our hearts to rest in you, not as something distant, but as the source from which we are never apart. May every breath become remembrance. May every thought return to you, and may our lives be anchored forever in your unity and peace. In the light of the living God, may it be so. May this prayer be received in divine love and eternal light. By the grace of the Holy Presence, let it be fulfilled. In the radiance of divine wisdom and love, we trust and receive. May the living light guide and complete this prayer in the harmony of heaven and the will of God. May it be carried in the breath of the Spirit and fulfilled in grace. Amen.